Hey there, Jeff. Hope you're having a great day today. This is your video lesson. So here are three things I want to talk about. I'll talk about those three things. And as usual, if you want me to look at anything or have any questions or follow-ups, feel free to send those on over to me, and when I get a moment, I'll respond back. So let's get to it. So thanks for sending those videos over. Super helpful for me to see what you've been working on. Sounds like life has been kind of busy. I know you've been splitting your time between, I think you said Arizona and Arizona, New Mexico, one of the two. I think it's Arizona and in Denver. So hopefully everything's working out with that. I'm glad that you're obviously been able to practice at least as much as you can, as much as we all can who have adult lives. Not my delinquent teenage students who who oodles of free time. Anyway, so like I said, great job on Greensleeves. Actually, I love the tempo. With Greensleeves, you see a wide variety. I've seen everything from Allegro, super fast Greensleeves, to molto adagio or lento or largo. Super slow and everything in between. I like the tempo that you took it. Maybe you could touch faster, like that's about it, or more. So you can be that tempo, but very consistent with the pulse. I know you're still learning it, so that's why I'm not ragging on you too hard, because it is a work in progress, obviously. But I like that area that you're taking it. Bum 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 bum, but very flowing. So I really like your interpretation. It's very nice. Like I said, maybe it's like the tiniest bit quicker, but other than that, I really like it. The big challenge, I saw you sent me kind of the two videos. I looked at both, and kind of like both things kind of popped out at me. One is the 3/4 split. Then that, like I said, that's a project of book 3 in and of itself. So that's just like an area of like things to work on. What I would practice with a 3/4 split is the split from nowhere, right? Where actually you just practice just going bam, bam. Can you bring it up into position and have everything aligned in there? So I have like I call it hammers from nowhere, that if I'm having someone work on like some more modern electric techniques, they'll practice like hammers from nowhere. And I thought, oh, maybe doing 3/4 splits from nowhere would be a good thing to practice. What you're trying to do, you're trying to make it feel the same way every single time and take it out of context. That way you're not trying to make it sound like music, you're really just practicing a technique. So if you take the music part out of the equation, I think it's much more easily psychologically to work on the technique. So that right there, I think once you get that down, and then when you sent me the second video, it was maybe it's one of those things like once you warm up, you're good. But I would practice that like as an actual thing, like bam, or the 6/2 or the 5/1. Like hand down, nowhere, and then bring it up, and you get in position. Big thing is making sure that wrist is straight, being maybe a little tiny tucked in. You don't want to be out here, that's for sure. You don't want to be like super far in either. That's unnecessary. And then right about there is where you want it to be. So land that from nowhere. And then the other thing is the one for what I call melodic stretch in Greensleeves. Yet, wait a minute, you were third. I like it in the key with third. I like it a lot. I saw that I was getting tickets for Renfest. They went on sale, so I got tickets for Renfest. I think I'm gonna go for Father's Day weekend. Just said that I'm allowed to drive down there with her, Ethan. But I saw they were hiring, so maybe you can get a gig this summer playing with the Troubadours and down at the Renfest this year with this tune. So. I've seen their talent pool, and you would definitely be a AAA material that you could go there and definitely hold your own for sure. Well, anyway, go back to what I was really talking about, which is the notice why I do that when I go bum and I reach for it and then back again. I would just isolate that change. Notice I'm not like, I could hover over it, I have the ability to, but in the moment I might do reach, land nice and secure against the fret wire, be buttoned up against it. And then another thing you can do, if you've already worked on the chords, is you can actually improvise like strumming some of the chords in some nice cadential moments. Say for example, if I did see, yours is pretty close to that, tempo wise. Just a touch faster. Ooh, I like that. So then land the E chord. chord, P-I-N-A, because you have the melody note on top right here. I'm not going down like this, so that'd be melody notes like that. And then so bum, ba-dee-dum. Ooh, there we go. Just making sure that the melody note's on the top of the roll. There it is. So you can add those chords in. I'll take a picture of my score and then I'll send it over to you. That way you can kind of see what I'm doing. Next thing I would work on is a celestial arpeggio, kind of basically what we were just talking about a second ago. So what I would do with that one is P-I-M-A plant. P-I-M-A plant all the fingers. That would give you that sense of space. A lot of times when people do these arpeggios, their fingers kind of swing around. But what I would do to get used to like them actually staying over top of strings, P-I-M-A, everybody sets resets, P-I-M-A, and then you can put in the other chords. Too much spare time. Someone do that all day. 20 years old again, I can sit around and do things like that all day. Anyway, so that work on that, and then lastly work on the A natural minor scale. That's this right here. So A, B, C, D, E, F, G with the pinky scooch up to the A. You can use that pinky right there. Oh, actually, definitely do that. Do that. So A, B, C, D on the D. Use that pinky. E, F, G, A. Back down, low, way you came. That's the prep for Packington's Pound. So like I said, Greenstein sounds lovely. Like just a touch faster, you'll be good to go. And then start listening to Packington's Pound. Work on the A natural minor scale, and then we'll do the preps for that one probably next time. Awesome, man. Sounding great, and keep the good work. I'll see you next time. Bye.